So we're going to be using two thrifted plain t-shirts. This is the first one. It's just a plain red oversized shirt. The second shirt that we're going to use is a plain oversized black shirt. I'm going to try to kind of conjoin them together, I'm going to try to make two continuous red and black fabrics, so we'll see how that works out. So here I'm just gonna cut off the sleeves first and then down the seams of the corresponding sides. I want to make like a giant t-shirt or something, I don't know, but I just cut down the seams on each side and then I'm just gonna pin them together just to make one long continuous fabric. I hope that makes sense, but you'll see. Also, it's important to turn the fabrics inside out before you pin down and before you sew. That way when you turn it the right side in, all the seams are hidden. And my cat is just in the way. My cat just loves watching what I'm doing. She's so curious. So here's how the pins look so far. I got both the red and the black pinned down together. Ideally, I wanted to also pin down the top of the sleeves, but you know what? They were both just at an awkward length and they are just not gonna fit together, so I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm gonna go ahead and just sew down both of this together, and I'm gonna be sewing down on the other side as well. This is what it's looking like so far. We sewed the black and the red together. It just looks like a giant polo, and then there's the back side. I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna work out, but I'm gonna try to make some shorts out of the bottom. So here I just grabbed some shorts that fit me well. I just wanted to use it as a reference for the waistband and for the length. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that I fucked up and I wasn't able to make shorts out of it. I didn't have enough fabric. And I just decided that I'm gonna go ahead and make a skirt instead. So I just pinned down and used that as a guide to where I'm gonna be cutting, and then I just folded the black shirt over the red and I just cut on the other side just to make sure it was even. Hi, it's the next day, hence new hair, shorter hair. Anyways, I'm gonna try to make the skirt now instead of the shorts. So what we're gonna do is just add some more fabric to the sides. I'm just gonna get some spare black fabric that I still have and then just attach it to make the fabric a little bit longer. We still have both of the t-shirts, side of the t-shirt, part of the t-shirt. I'm gonna take a part of this fabric and attach it to the skirt. So I'm using the pins to hold down the black and the red shirt together, and then I'm gonna add maybe like 4 or 5 inches, just a couple inches of seam allowance. No, it's more like 3 inches. I guess like 3 inches of seam allowance on each side. So that'll give me like a couple extra inches on the skirt to work with. So I'm just gonna cut that out like a little rectangle, and then I'm gonna sew along the pins on both sides of the skirt. I'm just gonna put some pins to just hold it together, I guess. So this is pretty much the same thing that I did on the table. Grab the edges together and then just pin down. I'm gonna get some more pins and I'll just put them in my mouth. So now the pin's marked down where we're gonna sew. We're just gonna sew along this seam, and we're gonna sew along this seam. So here's the skirt so far. I'm just going to fold right here. I'm gonna just fold down. That way I could just add an elastic band. This is just like cinch in the waist just a little bit more. And I'm actually gonna leave like about an inch gap right here. So I'm gonna start sewing here, go all around the skirt, and then end right about here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use some pins to just lay out where I'm gonna sew. So I measured out an elastic that fits me kind of snug, not too tight, not too loose, and it fits good around my waist. And then I just attached a safety pin to one end, and I'm just gonna fish it through the little gap that we had. It's just gonna go all the way around the skirt until I could see the end of the safety pin coming out on the other side of the gap, if that makes sense. And then I'm just gonna pull it out and attach them together. I'm just gonna hand sew them. I've broken sewing machine needles trying to sew these elastics together, so I'm just gonna hand sew them down. And that's it, our skirt is finished, so now we're just gonna be working on the shirt. So I'm just gonna be using this side of the shirt. I'm just gonna roughly eyeball where to cut it. And then the same thing to the red shirt. So I'm just gonna make a tank top with straps. I'm gonna pin down as a guide of where I need to sew, and then I'm just gonna cut the black fabric a little just to make sure it's even. So I eyeballed how well this was gonna fit me, and it seems like I have enough fabric, so I'm just gonna pin and sew down these edges, and then I'm gonna start making the straps. And now for the straps, I'm just gonna cut off the collar of both of the t-shirts. These collars have like a little tunnel, so I don't have to worry about grabbing a fabric and then making my own straps. Since the collars already have a little tunnel, I'm just gonna cut outside of the seam and make sure they're even. And then I'm just gonna grab my little loop turner and put it directly inside the collar, and then just flip it inside out to hide the seams. Okay, so using the last of the fabric, I'm just going to cut out 4 diamonds from the red shirt and then 4 diamonds from the black shirt. And then I'm feeling kind of lazy to sew the diamonds onto the top and the bottom, so I'm just going to use some fabric glue to just glue it down instead of sewing. I have a little test strip right here. I just tested it to see how the fabric glue will hold up, and you know what? Actually, it looks pretty good. I'm just going to use a white colored pencil to draw out some diamonds, and then I'll cut them out. when we're finished, this outfit was really fun to make. It's a really cool Harley Quinn inspired two-piece. Let me know what you guys think. If you found the video helpful, informative, entertaining, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. Until the next video, I'll see you guys then. Bye!